I think for what it was, this match was decent to okay-ish. I'm not sure if the whole Willow thing is a work or if she's legitimately out with injury. It would really suck for the event on Sunday. But here I think they did pretty okay. Copeland gets attacked early on and is pretty winded for long until he's actually able to strike back. I really like the interference here. Instead of treating this like a singles match, they actually had heart. Help King and Willow help Adam. Post-match was interesting as well. It's nice to see Monet do something. Other than those positive, this match is all right for the most part. Though I'd say that if Willow's injury was a work, it probably shouldn't have happened. I think this match is getting really unfair treatment in the ratings. I thought this was way more exciting and interesting, especially the offense that Willow had on Brody King. That was really cool to see. With her doing the cannonball in the corner and the big splash off the top rope. Thought that was awesome. Obviously, Julia is hurt. Look, Julia's hurt. Monet is hurt. A lot of people get hurt in professional wrestling, and sometimes they have to work around that, and that's what we are doing here. That's why Monet isn't in the ring. That's why she's not scheduled for the pay-per-view. As far as we know, I mean, it looks like they're setting up Monet to be in Willow's corner for the pay-per-view. So Monet is going to play a part in that, maybe a small part in that, maybe setting up for the next pay-per-view. Look, guys, did you notice the fucking storytelling? There's no fucking storytelling in AEW. You don't say. Look, there's storytelling all over the fucking place. Whether you choose to acknowledge it or not is up to you. But what's going on between Monet and Julia is AEW storytelling. Someone is attacking people in the dark. Is it Julia Hart? This isn't much of a mystery, guys, but it is a story. Something is happening. They are not just matches for no reason. This is a build happening. Look, I can't even believe that you don't see it. Maybe you don't watch it. Maybe you don't watch AEW, and that's your fucking problem with the storytelling in AEW is you're simply not watching it. Therefore, you're not seeing the storytelling, but it's fucking there. Have you ever noticed people who don't watch AEW think that there's no storytelling in AEW? There's lots of storytelling in AEW. There are story elements in every episode of Dynamite. There are story elements that carry over in Rampage. There's a big story going on right now between Julia Hart and Mercedes Moné. You're just choosing not to acknowledge it if you are saying there is no storytelling in AEW, because there is. Now, what the storytelling in AEW is not, it's not Mercedes Moné and Julia Hart coming out and cutting endless promos on each other for weeks on end until a big match at a pay-per-view 6 months from now. That is what is not happening. So if that is what you like, then no, you are not getting that with AEW. You are getting backstage attacks and mystery assailants. You are getting in-ring storytelling with moments that are happening between Adam Copeland, Mercedes Moné, the looks between Mercedes Moné and Willow. Yeah, guys, it is just looks. It is just in-ring exchanges. It's not going to be this overblown thing that you're going to get elsewhere. Go somewhere else for that. Here in AEW, the focus is on the in-ring action, and that's what we got here in this episode of Dynamite, and that's what I like. Call me a fucking idiot. Enjoy yourselves. This match was good. Here are my favorite moments from this match. Fun angle with Willow getting jumped before the match, and Copeland is alone at the beginning of the match. So the match was basically a singles match for a good portion of the match, with Julia interfering when the ref was distracted. Brody and Adam have some good chemistry. Adam is exceptional at being the underdog when he gets a chance to play that role. Willow finally came in, but she was too injured, so ended up passing out. Not just randomly, she got put in a submission by Julia Hart, but you get the idea. I thought this match was great, and I thought it was a cool opportunity for Adam Copeland to play the underdog. He was struggling against Brody King, and I thought that was really cool to see, and the audience got behind him even more. That's how you do the babyface thing, guys. That's how it works out. Like, I like to see Adam Copeland get run over a bit before he comes back. I think that's really fun. It was a really good singles match between Adam Copeland and Brody King. If they would have built it that way, it wouldn't have had such a low rating. Just the problem is people got excited to see this mixed tag match thing happen, and it didn't really happen. So kind of a bait and switch, and I guess they paid for the price with it in online rankings, but who gives a shit about online rankings? Also, speaking of story, what if it's not Julia Hart who has been the one that's been attacking Monet and now Willow backstage? What if it's someone we haven't seen in a while? What if it's Britt Baker? Does that now count as story? Is that more intriguing? It's very possible that it's not Julia Hart. Julia Hart has not delivered some kind of big promo explaining that she's the big bad guy. She's the one turning out the lights and attacking everybody. I mean, look, it's probably Julia Hart, but that's what I like about AEW is that they allow for you, the viewer, to kind of make up your own mind, fill in the blanks. A lot of times in AEW, it is what it seems. The storytelling is not that deep, so I'm going to really just assume it's Julia Hart. But there's room there for other narratives. It could very well be a returning Britt Baker who is attacking, Willow and Monet for reasons that we could find out later on, and that could be exciting. I want to find out, and that's the main thing about AEW. It makes me want to watch the next episode. This match was great. Here are my favorite moments from this match. I love that Claudio went after Ospreay as soon as the bell rang. There were some great strikes early on in this match. Cool moment where Claudio threw Ospreay towards the barricade, and Ospreay just jumped over the barricade. Claudio caught Ospreay's attempt at a springboard dive to the outside. Claudio then slammed Ospreay on the damn apron. After Claudio took control for a while, Ospreay finally got back in the match as he did so by doing some amazing athletic spots. Ospreay put Claudio in a sharpshooter, which Claudio got out of real quickly and put Ospreay in one of his own. Claudio went for a springboard uppercut and Ospreay superkicked Claudio on his way down and then hit Claudio with the Tiger Driver for a great near fall. There was a great exchange where they hit each other with strikes and then got countered when they tried a different one. Claudio had a great counter to the Oz Cutter. He caught Ospreay and fucking slammed him onto the mat for a great near fall. Ospreay countered a lariat with a great Spanish fly. Claudio countered a hidden blade and hit a European uppercut on Ospreay. Insane stuff. Ospreay countered the giant swing. Ospreay hit Claudio with a Cancun tornado for another great near fall. Ospreay finally finished Claudio off with a brutal hidden blade. I love this match. I thought it was fantastic. It's especially more impressive when you realize that Ospreay and Danielson are going to put on a banger just a few days later at Dynasty. So amazing that they put this match on TV and went as far as they did. I kept thinking to myself, Ospreay, he's not going to go all out here. He's going to soft pedal a little bit. But no, he did insane athletic spots. He was doing things we hadn't seen him do before. The counter from the giant swing, I knew some spot was going to happen with the giant swing where Ospreay was going to do something unique on that, and he didn't disappoint. Great match. This was a banger. Wasn't expecting anything less from these two, as both of them are amongst the best wrestlers in the world. It was a very well worked clash of styles, with Claudio using his strength to get the better of Ospreay, while Ospreay was able to outwork and counter the majority of Claudio's offense due to his athleticism. In particular, I love the DDT counter to the swing. That was amazing. Another great counter was Ospreay's super kick to counter a springboard by Claudio, followed by a Tiger Driver. However, the whole match was filled with many great exchanges and counters. The crowd was hot for this one, and the action, as you could guess, it was great. I just wish it could have been a bit longer, as these two had something left in their tanks. Hope to see a rematch down the line. And yeah, man, I could watch Ospreay feud with everybody on the roster. I think the roster of AEW is extremely stacked right now. Did you notice the cool storytelling moment where Ospreay was clearly upset that the Don Callis family was coming into the ring to beat up Claudio after the bell? These are the kind of moments that I really liked about AEW, where they do these little story moments where it's not this overdone thing, where it's like this 20-minute promo in the ring. I don't need the soap opera. I just need the good matches and these little moments in between. That's enough for me. Maybe I'm an idiot. Speaking of me being an idiot, I want to thank everybody so much for coming out in such great numbers to support me on Instagram. and call me an AEW mark or shill or idiot. Neckbeard. Somebody today was insistent that I was a neckbeard. I'm very clean shaven. I don't think I've ever rocked a neckbeard, but hey, fuck it. You know, whatever makes you happy, guys. Just make sure you come around, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Check out another video on the channel, and grave diggers, keep digging.
He is I and I am him, and I'm the undisputed trend Matt Taven. And this dork behind the camera, some Melvin told me to say, grave diggers keep on digging. Whatever that means.
I am AEW wrestler and Ring of Honor tag champ Mike Bennett. And remember, grave diggers keep digging, but not the monster truck. Even though my son really likes that monster truck, I kind of like Son of a Digger, and so I'm going off on a tangent about monster trucks because my son really loves monster truck, but we're talking about the YouTube channel, so make sure, grave diggers, keep on digging, baby.
So this Mark doing one happy private party, saying what up to the grave diggers, and you doing your thing, bro.
Alright, like, subscribe, and watch another video, or be cursed. If you're cursed, that means the grave diggers will keep digging your graves, so you probably want to do it.